morning to all my fellow Americans. Excuse the strap that you see in. But first of all, my name is Eduardo Rodriguez. I'm streaming from Puerto Rico. The strap that you see in here is posture corrector. I have to put it on. I should have hidden it, but the reason why I don't hide it is because it goes under my armpit, and I feel terribly uncomfortable. I'm gonna try to get. I ordered another one, and that one is not under the armpit. It just goes across the waist, and I hope I get it soon because this one is terrible. So I feel like a World War I veteran, where the backpack they had they carry it with the straps under the armpit, and it was very uncomfortable, and it was terrible because I read about it. Oh, I mean, I heard about it in these videos. Excuse me, not read about it. I'm starting off today. I'm going to start off today by posting this on Rumble. I hope I'm successful because I don't want to deal with YouTube anymore. I mean, YouTube is a far leftist site, which I don't want to deal with them anymore. You know, I'm going to try to go onto Rumble and from there start sharing it to different sites like Gab, Parler, MeWe, Getter, MagaBook, and Free Talk 45, plus my WhatsApp. If I'm successful, then I'm going to be totally free because that way I don't have to deal with directly with YouTube anymore. I can go kiss my rear. I'm going to start off with this, like Cuba, like I always trying to do with Cuba, because Cuba is an example of what we're going to go through pretty soon if we don't get rid of the Communist Party, the CPUSA, which is the United States Communist Party, under Joe Biden, who's their leader. He's unfortunately, they're still calling themselves the Democrat Party. Well, they're now officially the CPUSA, Communist Party of the United States. But I'm going to start off with the name of Roxana García Lorenzo, this extremely brave Cuban lady who's I mean, you have to be very brave because the oppression in Cuba is brutal. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman or even a child. Because I remember a case where they took a small child that was screaming for his mother. I mean, a baby. It was a baby. It wasn't a child. It was even a child was a baby. It's still a baby. And they grabbed him and threw him to the side, just like a Nazi, just like in Nazi Germany would do with people that weren't of German stock. They would grab them and throw them on the side or bayonet them, or like the Japanese, or like the Muslims do. The same thing. These extremes, they're terrible. They should not exist in the United States. And unfortunately, Biden is filling our country with them. But first of all, with this lady, Roxana, God bless you, Garcia Lorenzo, Roxana Garcia Lorenzo. Excuse me if I don't remember your name constantly. This is the first time I'm dealing with mentioning her because I just wanted to mention her great bravery. I wrote a piece on the bottom of the video where this is comment, and I told her I was going to mention her, and here I am, Roxana. God bless you. I'm amazed and I'm very impressed with your bravery. You deserve praise and to have your name shared so people can know that in Cuba there's a lot of bravery and there's a lot of brave men too. I'm not talking about this only lady, but to be a lady in Cuba and do these things where she's denouncing and the criminal communist regime of Diaz-Canel, you have to be extremely brave and you have to have guts. I mean, I don't blame people who are quiet because maybe I'm not going to say I'm extremely brave because I don't think I'm even brave. Maybe if I would be there, I wouldn't be talking here. But since I have the right and I have the privilege and I have the advantage of doing it, I'm going to keep on doing it until Cuba is free, or until God decides, hey, you got to leave. I need you over here. So whatever the two, but I'm still going to stay here. I'm going to stay here. And believe me, I don't want to live under communism. I don't want to live under Islam. I don't want to live under any other system that is not the system of conservatism, of a republic, of a right-wing republic, conservative, with conservative values. I'm not saying extreme right. I'm not saying like the Nazis. I'm talking about a right, like we live now in the United States, but which is being systematically, little by little, destroyed by this evil entity in the White House, who's a feeble-minded monster, because he's getting old. He's deteriorating rapidly, but he's still a monster. And I'm gonna say, and they're starting to do the same thing. The same thing. As a matter of fact, Giuliani was attacked. He was hit in the back by a lunatic left wing, a lunatic left wing fanatic who used violence and hit. Maybe he hit. He almost thought. He almost fell. He said he almost fell. He didn't. But he felt the attack. He felt that slamming on his back. And I know how it feels, because I've been slammed in the back too. And depends how they hit you. You can feel it, and you can even get out of breath, because it hurts, and it's an area where it affects nerves. These people are lunatics. They're fanatics, and that Biden is encouraging it, and the left-wing media too, and all these left-wing, The View, and all these people. What they'll do is they say, "Oh, it's obvious. Oh, he's exciting. He's promoting violence, and he deserves violence to be used against him." These people are terrible. They're communists. The communist way. The communist way. If you attack them, then you're the one who's wrong. Then you're the one who's violent. Then you're the one who's the extremist. But if they attack you, no. You're still the one who's the extremist, and that you deserve to be being attacked. That's the mentality of these people. It's the same way like the Nazis and the communists and the Muslims do. They attack you. Or you are attacked, harmed, or even murdered. Hey, it was your fault. Not their fault, it's your fault. I'm telling you, these people are dangerous monsters roaming the earth. And I hope to God a miracle happens and Donald Trump can win again, or Ron DeSantis. Let me tell you what, if Donald Trump wasn't running for president, I would prefer Ron DeSantis, because Ron DeSantis is more firm and more determined to stop this madness. I think Donald Trump too, but Donald Trump is a little bit like too moderate, which for my taste, I would prefer Ron DeSantis. But still, anyway, I don't have the right to vote here in Puerto Rico, believe it or not. Even though I was born in the States, even though I served in the military honorably, and because I live here with my wife, I'm punished and not able to vote. Even though I'm an American citizen, with illegals by the thousands coming in and being allowed the right to vote with all kinds of privilege and citizenship and Social Security and all, I who was speaking for me and many other veterans who were born in the United States. Those who were born here, well, okay. But me, who I was born in the United States, and many other veterans, it's incredible to see that we're not allowed to vote. We're excluded. In certain ways, we are American citizens with no rights. because we can't vote, and that's one of the main big rights. Even though, it's incredible. I hope Dan Bongino sees this, and many other veterans that see this video in Rumble now that I'm going to go through Rumble, which I hope I'm successful, and they can see this and do something about it, because it's totally wrong. I'm going to read from this because I have to take notes, because my mind is not like Dan Bongino's and many other the conservatives. As a matter of fact, I'm not even the best. I'm the lowest of the laws of these videos, but I have to do my part because my conscience tells me I have to do it no matter what. No matter how my mind is, my health is, I still got to do something about it too. Because why? Because I was born in the United States. I'm an American. I love my country, and I want to do my part in saving it. For some reason, my glasses are how you call it? It's like if I was going out from the cold into a hot area where the glass area kind of like stains a little bit, and well, let me keep on here. I wanted to mention also these girls, these ladies from the View. I mean, these people are terrible. I don't know why the program exists. I don't know who's sponsoring it, or maybe George Soros, the one who's sponsoring it, because I don't know who could see that garbage. The only reason I see it is because it comes down conservative programs like Dan Bongino, who shows the stupidity of these women, and other sites. Anthony Brian Logan, Brandon Tatum, and many others. They show these videos and these shorts, and then there I see the stupidity of these ladies. Whoopi claims, listen to this, Whoopi claims that Clarence Thomas, who's an African American, okay, Supreme Court judge, he says that their decision on the abortion will make him a slave. Can you believe this? The Constitution, this determination by the Supreme Court to eliminate or ban the abortion, which is still going to exist in some areas, and in some ways it's going to still exist, like in cases where it might cost the woman's life and they need to save her, but they're going to have to abort the baby, or a case of rape, or violence of rape, or intended murder, and the woman was raped, and they had no other choice, but hey, it wasn't my choice. That's a different story. But to eliminate the life of a baby, for the extreme leftists who are the real Nazis and fascists, they say that it's gonna make him a slave. Even though the Constitution, which they want to abolish, because they want to abolish the Constitution, the extreme left, is the one that helped them gain those freedoms, which in other countries don't exist. Maybe in England, I don't know, but England is not a democracy or a republic. Like us. But here we tend to vote for our president, the leader. And we have a lot of other rights. In those rights, which were used by African Americans, I forget the name of one of them, a judge too, I think it was from the Supreme Court. I forget his name. He used the law to fight discrimination. And these women in the View, they go against Clarence Thomas, because he's fighting to protect the lives of the newborn or those who are about to be born, because they even want to kill babies who are to some age after they're being born. They're even requesting that. These people are completely murderers. And I mentioned this in one of the videos where I mentioned about Michelle Obama also, who was born a man, Michael DeVal Robinson, alias Michelle Obama, who's against the Supreme Court's decision. It's in favor then. Let me put it this way, because Okay, let's say she's a racist. She doesn't want to know about white people, but then she's requesting the murder of black babies, of black female babies, the mass murder. You know, she's in favor of that. So what does and then they charge us of being racist, of wanting to murder women, when we're the one who want to save these babies, no matter what color they are. Okay. Let me see what else I'm going to say here is well. Oh, talking about this other lady, the lady that was talking at first from Cuba, Roxana. Roxana, listen to this. She's requesting the release of Jonathan Lopez, an innocent activist who was in prison on trumped-up charges, just like Joe Biden, Islamic communist regime is trying to do here, because they're trumping up charges, fake charges against the right, conservatives, and sending them to prison. It happened to Roger Stones. It happened to Mike Flynn. It happened to let me see who else. I forgot his name. Well, my mind is not helping me right here in this one. Well, let me see if I remember him. He, as a matter of fact, he made this video on the 2,000 Mules. So those who know about this video about the 2,000 Mules know who was directed that movie. He's the one also who went to prison. Let me see if I remember later on. It'll probably pop up in my destroyed mind. Another thing I want to talk about Cuba is that state police want to accuse activists of Paco Perez, his name is Perez, of false attack against a senior, for which he answered. Paco is an organization composed of pacifists who do not believe in violence. And that's true. As a matter of fact, at one point, and God bless Paco, because I think they're doing a great, humongous job. I was against it because there's no way on earth. I hope it does happen, and I wish a miracle that God accepts a miracle for these people, and finally someday Cuba would be free from communism. But I doubt it's going to happen, because there's no way you can talk with reason with communists or Islamics or any type of terrorist organization. You can't talk common sense with them. There's no way. It's just impossible. But I hope it happens. I hope a miracle happens, and God accepts their request for freedom, and that there's some they can get it. There's a lot of words I'm trying to use. It's not helping me. You're gonna have to forgive me on this one. I'm not a Dan Bongino. I'm not a Jericho Green or Anthony Brian Logan or Brandon Tatum, which they have extraordinary minds, and they're very quick, and they can use words with free will without their mind bothering them. May God bless Paco. I hope that someday they receive the freedom they so much deserve. I'm seeing these videos about rioters, and rioters act like what they are. They act like the scum of the earth. They act like bugs from infected bugs from filthy sewer systems, contaminated sewer systems. Let's see if I can brighten this a little bit, because those are committing the crime of hoarding are people in charge. This is in Cuba. This is happening in Cuba. Those that are committing the crime of hoarding, in Cuba they call it acaparamiento. Oh, wow, my mind didn't fail me in this one. Are people in charge, are part of the system, of the communist system, and the majority of the people in Cuba and their families are starving. While they're starving, the communists are the ones that are doing the hoarding, and they're accusing people, innocent people, of doing hoarding, of what they call acaparamiento. Acaparamiento and hoarding are both the same thing, which is people trying to reserve or require more than what they're supposed to receive, and which is a level of starvation, a ration of starvation. As a matter of fact, the other day I was talking about this bread line, which Bernie Sanders is crazy about, but he won't do it. He's a communist who won't do it. But he wants the people to do it because they say, oh, it's a good thing. Oh, you know, he has one hell of a mind, because they tell him, so your favorite bread line, and suddenly he jumps up and says, oh, but that's a good thing, because the rich people get the good stuff like him, like a millionaire, like Bernie Sanders is. And the poor people don't get what the rich people get. You know, he wants them all to get the same thing, a ration of nothing, of misery, of extreme misery, of starvation. So this is what the communists want to do. And that's why I always put as an example Cuba, because it's going to happen here one moment or another, which I hope it never does. I hope it never does. I hope I never see the light of day anymore where this comes to the United States. And I hope these people are just removed. Many of them, millions of them, deported permanently. I'm talking about Islamic terrorists and Islamics, because of the majority. If they want to stay in the United States, okay, you want to stay in the United States, well, you're going to have to conform, and you're going to have to assimilate, and you're going to have to accept Christianity. If you don't like it, hey, you got to go today. Today or tomorrow. If we get today, most likely not today, but at least not at tomorrow. Tomorrow, you got to leave, period. With your family, your dog, your sink, whatever you want to take with you, you're going to leave. Them and the communists that are here. Because you got, they're bringing in communists from Cuba, extreme communists from Cuba, even from Venezuela, because I met them here in meetings where I almost was attacked by one of them. You know, so you know, they have to go, period. You don't like it here, you got to leave today. Today. What time is it? Okay, let's take you to the airport. Straight to the airport. Call the immigration agents. Hey, we got a guy here who's a communist. Come and pick him up now and send him to the airport. And goodbye. That's what we're gonna have to do. You know, they wanna use our Constitution to commit terror on us. So let's do it on them. But I'm not the kind of terrorist like they do on us. The kind of terror where if you don't like it here, you gotta leave and you gotta go back to your country. Where there you're gonna be happy because you got terror there, and you like terror. Well, you're gonna be right at home, but not here. Get the hell out of here. Period. So God bless you all. I hope I'm successful in this video. I'm gonna try right now to upload it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And God bless you all. God bless Cuba. God bless the opposition in Cuba. God bless the opposition in Venezuela also. These are only the two countries that I will mention, because the other ones that they want communism, like Colombia and Mexico, no, you got to swallow it. I don't want to deal with it. I only deal with Venezuela. And let me explain. Venezuela was advised about communism when it started with Hugo Chavez, and they wouldn't listen. Now they're starting to listen. But I don't think it's going to happen. I hope it does. I hope it becomes free again. But I doubt it, because once they're in power, no communist will relinquish their power. Because they don't respect it. You can see a quote by Stalin. It said, "We don't count we're not interested, I think, or something about the votes. We count them. We're the one who do the counting. You know, like we're the one who are going to set the amounts that are in our favor." So God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. and let's vote. Let's vote, and let's do everything to help and fund the movement to remove the Democrats from power, and hopefully someday maybe even ban them, because they're a terrorist organization now. Bye-bye.